A very good morning and welcome everyone. It's my pleasure to welcome you all to this special event. The Educational Technology ET Cell of the Directorate of Educational Research and Training DRT is hosting a webinar today as part of the Shiksha Saptah celebrations. Our theme for today's webinar is Effective Strategies for Technology Adoption in the Classroom. We have gathered here to discuss, learn, and share insights on how we can effectively integrate technology into our classrooms, enhancing the learning experience for our students and paving the way for a brighter future. We are honored to have with us an incredible lineup of distinguished presenters, experts who have made meaningful contribution in the field. Thank you and enjoy the webinar. I have the honor of inviting our first presenter, Dr. David M. Nongrum. Dr. David M. Nongrum is an associate professor at the Directorate of Educational Research and Training, DRT. He currently heads the Educational Technology ET Cell of the DRT and is the coordinator and point of contact of all programs and activities of the ET Cell, who will discuss the role of technology in education as per NEP 2020. Sir?
Thank you very much, Dr. Nongri. So, the theme for my presentation is on the thrust of technology in education under the National Education Policy of 2020. So, the thrust of the technological interventions can be found in basically two chapters of the NEP 2020. This is chapter 23 on technology use and integration and chapter 24 on the online and digital education, ensuring equitable use of technology. So, under the thrust of technological interventions under the new education policy, we have 5 key areas. So the first one is improving teaching learning. The second is for improving evaluation processes. The third is supporting teacher preparation and professional development. The fourth is on enhancing educational access. And the fifth is streamlining educational planning, management, and administration, which will cover admissions, attendance, assessments, school accreditation, etc. So these are the 5 key areas under the technological interventions in particular for school and teacher education. My presentation does not cover the entire level of the different levels of education. However, we will focus mainly on school and teacher education. So with regards to the first on improving teaching learning, the policy recommends having technology-enabled personalized learning experiences based on student needs. They recommend having adaptive learning platforms and AI algorithms to tailor content delivery for individual learning styles. Then digital resources to facilitate remote learning opportunities and to connect students and educators worldwide. And the promoting of online classes, webinars, virtual labs and digital libraries to expand educational reach. And then the other area, the second area, which is improving evaluation processes. Here it recommends using online assessments, computer-based assessments, as well as mobile assessments. Today we can see that not only when you go across the country, different states have used online assessments, computer-based assessments. We've also used for surveys, have used applications, mobile apps. And similarly in Meghalaya, we have also adopted the M-Lens platform for conducting surveys using technology as the backbone. So, and apart from that, even teachers are now able to use formative assessment quizzes through various apps that are available. And then we come to the third area, which is teacher preparation and professional development. So here, technology-based education platforms that we know, such as Shiksha, Swayam, are already being used by many teachers. In fact, I think we have crossed, I think, 30 lakh users. Then we have, in the state, we have the Meghalaya School Leadership Academy also with its CPD program that we offer in blended mode. So we are currently also developing the Meghalaya Learning Enhancement for Academic Development platform, where we can offer teachers a bouquet of courses, online courses for continuing professional development. So these are the things that are currently being offered and in the process of development. Then when we come to enhancing educational access also, we know that currently we have the Digital India campaign, and very soon we will be having the digital infrastructure required for the use of educational technology in various spheres of school and teacher education. So then we have the online teaching platforms and tools, as we had mentioned earlier. We have MLead, we have Shiksha, we have Swayam. And then when it comes to content creation, we have digital repositories for dissemination, like ePathshala, like Shiksha. And the DRT is also currently developing its own digital repository. And very soon the state will be having its own digital repository. So these are all under development currently as we are having this program. Then the use of existing mass media such as television, radio, community radio can be used extensively. And for this, under the PME Vidya program, Meghalaya has been given 5 channels, 5 DTH channels for that. So with this, pockets which have no access to internet or where users have no access of digital devices, perhaps they could watch school lessons class-wise under the Meghalaya PME Vidya DTH channels. So for channel 1, we cover foundational programs for the foundational stage. Under channel 2, we cover for classes 3, 4, 5. Channel 3 is for the middle stage, that is 6, 7, 8. And then for the secondary stage, we have channel 4. And for higher education and teacher education, we have channel 5. So these are the kind of interventions that are taking place right now that are enhancing educational access in the state. So we come to the 5th key area, that is streamlining educational planning, management and administration. And just to share with you, we have ICT as the backbone in these areas. And just to share with you, we have the teacher information management system that is currently in place, taking care of various aspects like teacher salaries and teacher self-assessment where they can evaluate themselves. And we also have modules on teachers' the retirement that are going to take place. Then apart from that, we have the Meghalaya Vidya Samiksha Kendra. That is the state coordination center for school education, where we have video walls where we can track various aspects like student assessments, we can track midday meal programs, we can track which are the schools that have not received textbooks, uniforms, and so on. Then we also, now we have the permanent education number, the PEN number for students. So this enables students to use that number, and it will help in the prevention of, especially when students have to move from one school to another, and where you can avoid the very cumbersome process of having to share all your details, papers, documents, and at some point it even encourages dropouts because of this reason. So with the pen now, students will be able to move from one school to another with just having to use the DigiLocker as well as the pen number. So these are developments that will help keep students in the system. And then we also have the periodic assessments where we use the digital technology for assessing students, as well as in understanding where they are in terms of progress on various learning outcomes. Then apart from that, we also have the school accreditation system that will also be based on the online platform. That is the School Quality Assessment and Accreditation Framework. So as we can see, digital technology is now behind admissions, behind assessments, the backbone of attendance, planning, management, as well as administration. And to conclude, we now have the National Educational Technology Forum that has been proposed under the NEP 2020. We also have the NETF to build intellectual and institutional capacities in educational technology, and to also advise state and central governments on the use of educational technology. Apart from that, for school and teacher education, we have at the central level, we have the Central Institute of Educational Technology of the NCRT that is providing us leadership in the area. And the NEP also recommends that we have institutional arrangements such as the State Institutes of Educational Technology. So with these in place, today educational technology has a way forward now in taking states and UTs with regards to EdTech in the various areas as identified in the 5 key areas of the NEP 2020. And with that, I would like to end my presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your valuable insight, knowledge, and expertise. Let us welcome our next speaker, Srimati Singh C.H. Marak, to continue our journey of learning. Srimati Singh C.H. Marak, who retired as senior grade lecturer from the Directorate of Educational Research and Training, is now State ECCE Coordinator, State Education Mission Authority, Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan, Shillong. Srimati Singh C.H. Marak will help us understand the importance of technology adoption in education, curriculum, alignment, interactive content, and blended learning. Ma'am.
Thank you, Dr. Bala Nungbri, for giving me this opportunity. Good morning, everyone. And I would like to take this opportunity to speak on the given topic, that is understanding technology adoption. Now, before we do that, I just would like to let you know about a very famous TED speaker. He's the Mr. Professor Sugata Mitra, and his very important project which is known worldwide. It is known as the hole in the wall. So I would like to share that just a clip of what he has done with you about this hole in the wall.
that's kind of an obvious statement up there. I started with that sentence about 12 years ago, and I started in the context of developing countries. But you're sitting here from every corner of the world. So if you think of a map of your country, I think you realize that for every country on earth, you could draw little circles to say these are places where good teachers won't go. On top of that, those are the places from where trouble comes. So we have an ironic problem. Good teachers don't want to go to just those places where they're needed the most. I started in 1999 to try and address this problem with an experiment, which was a very simple experiment in New Delhi. I basically embedded a computer into a wall of a slum in New Delhi. The children barely went to school, they didn't know any English, they'd never seen a computer before, and they didn't know what the internet was. I connected high-speed internet to it, it's about 3 feet off the ground, turned it on and left it there. After this, we noticed a couple of interesting things to see, but I repeated this all over India and then through a large part of the world, and noticed that children will learn to do what they.
All right, I think we have seen the clipping of the hole in the wall. Professor Sugata Mitra, way back in 1999, he put a computer when the computers were first built. So he's a computer engineer himself, a computer scientist himself. So he put a computer on next to his office, and it is near the slum. So the slum children, they came and he just left it there, and then the slum children came and played around with the computer, and then they started learning. So I gave you that clipping to make us understand how important technology is in this digital era. So the importance of technology adoption, how we are, by default, of course, we are all adopting technology in our lives. We cannot imagine a day without our mobile phones. If we forget our mobile phones, we get panicky. So this is something that we cannot do away with. So technology has penetrated into our lives so much that even in all areas of, all other aspects of life, we can see that technology has penetrated and it has taken the forefront. So in education, in the field of education as well, we can see that technology we cannot do away with technology in teaching, learning. So let me just begin with the importance of technology adoption in education. What it does, it enhances the learning experience of our children. It engages students with multimedia content such as videos, animations, then simulations, and it supports different learning styles. Now there are some of us who like to learn by looking at the content or by looking at something which is visual, which we say is visual. Then some like to listen, and some use different kinds of tools in order to learn. So tools like smart boards, projectors, and educational software, they cater to the learning styles, different learning styles of our children, making the complex concepts much easier to grasp. And not only that, the importance of technology is it prepares all of us for the future. In this digital era, no one can stay without the technology, without technology in our lives. It familiarizes students with technology, and that they will be using in higher education and also in the workforce. It helps in personalized learning. We have adaptive learning systems which tailor to the educational content to the individual needs of each student, and it allows learning experiences which are customized to the needs of the individual learner, and it provides better learning outcomes. Then we have customizable learning paths The teachers, I remember it was only in, I was thinking like it was only in inclusive education that we need to have the individual educational plans. However, we now with the technology in education system, the teachers can use, create individualized learning plans, so that we can we can focus on the strengths and weaknesses of the students, and accordingly we can plan our system of educational planning. Then we have access to information. All of the people, the students and all the stakeholders in education, we have easy access to information. We know that we have vast online educational resources, databases, up-to-date content and research, and the open educational resources which is created open, which can be remixed, redistributed, and it can be improved upon. So these open resources are available easily on with technology, and we have up-to-date content and research, and it supports the special needs of different individuals, of different categories of people. We have assistive devices such as speech-to-text for auditory impaired children. So we have different tools which we can use in order to make information available, accessible to all the learners. We also have tools like tools for collaboration and communication, tools like discussion forums. Even now we are in a discussion forum which can be viewed by everyone out there. Then we have emails to send to directly communicate. Then we have collaborative platforms such as Google Classroom, Microsoft Teams, and various online forums that facilitate collaboration among students, teachers, and all the education stakeholders. We have instant communication, real-time interaction. We have chat, we have video conferencing tools that enable immediate communication between students and teachers and educators, fostering more connected learning environment for everyone. Then we integrate technology with curriculum. About integration of technology with curriculum, how we need to align technology in our curriculum. So while we are designing the curriculum for education, we have to ensure that technology supports the educational goals, the educational objectives. It is aligned to the objectives and standards of learning. Enhancing engagement, and it enhances engagement in interactivity. Interactive lessons are there where children can learn at their own pace. I remember when we were in the Shiksha team, and we were pulling educational resources from the OERs. We remember how the children can, how we can pull the resources which the children can go at their own pace. So those are interactive lessons which they can, before they go to the other level, they can choose and they can learn at their own pace. Then we have gamification, which the children really love to learn through games. Then we have the virtual labs simulations for science subjects. Then even for mathematics, we have interactive graphing tools, math software, language and arts. For language and arts, we have e-books, language learning apps. And these are all the benefits and the importance that we have to see while we are designing our curriculum for greater engagement and motivation of our students. So efficiency and productivity, when we have all this the alignment of technology in the curriculum, we can see that it provides us with automated administrative tasks. Technology, it streamlines administrative tasks like for grading, as we have heard when our Professor David Nongrum was talking about the thrust of technology in education. Then we can use it for grading, attendance tracking of children, then lesson planning, and even for the teacher life cycle management and student life cycle management. So then we can use it for skill development, like the children, they get more literate in digital, they have digital literacy, they can integrate technology into curriculum. When we integrate technology into curriculum, it helps the students to develop essential digital skills which are necessary for success in the modern workforce. It also provides critical thinking and problem solving skills, and technology-based projects and activities encourage children to think critically and solve problems using digital tools and resources. So like we have discussed earlier, we have interactive videos and quizzes, gamified lessons. Then we talked about augmented reality, virtual reality experiences. So these are some of the benefits which this education can have when we are integrating technology into our curriculum. It helps the children for self-paced learning. It allows immediate feedback, and it allows hands-on experiences for our children. So these are some of the benefits because for the education. Then I have been asked to talk on blended learning. Blended learning is just a combination of face-to-face instruction with online learning. So we have different models of blended learning. We have flipped classroom, where students learn the new content online and they apply the knowledge in the class. Then we have rotation model. Students rotate between online and face-to-face learning stations. Then we have the flex model, which is online learning in primary mode, and then with in-person support as required. The benefits of this is, the benefits of blended learning is that there is flexibility in learning pace and style. Students can learn at their own pace. Then there is greater accessibility to the different educational resources that are open, and also it encourages independent learning and responsibility of the individual. Then of course we have challenges and solutions, but we have solutions to that as well. We have challenges while we are using the blended learning. There is a digital divide. Sometimes the technology may not penetrate into the different regions, or maybe we might not have the assurance that all the students have access to technology. Then that maybe the teachers are not well trained in professional, there has to be a professional development for teachers, the teacher educators, for the use of blended learning model. And there has to be, a curriculum has to be integrated. Only then we will be able to use blended learning. So these are, we have the future trends in educational technology. We have now, everybody talks about artificial intelligence. Then we have ICT classrooms, coding, tinkering labs, and blockchain for students. This is just, I think, for keeping the records. The blockchain is just like the use of technology to record the student and teacher life cycle. And then we have the Internet of Things, which refers to a network of physical devices, vehicles and appliances, and other physical objects that are embedded with sensors, software, and network connectivity, allowing the individuals to share and collect data. We have different models of adoption, but I have just taken this from Hooper and Reber. And this is familiarization, utilization, integration, orientation, and evaluation. evolution, sorry. So what is familiarization? It refers to the teacher's initial encounter with technology. Teachers would have their first experience with technology through pre-service and in-service trainings that they have attended. So this is familiarization. Then next we have utilization. It refers to the stage where teacher try out the technology in the classroom. This, however, may result in either continued use of technology or maybe departure from it. Some teachers may use it, some may not use it. Then integration. It refers to the conscious and constant use of technology in the classroom, and that absence of it would deter or impede instruction. Reorientation is the phase where teachers rethink about and reflect on their classroom practices and the purpose of the classroom, and channel their attention from teacher-oriented learning to student-centered learning. Evolution refers to the phase where the educational system as a whole and educational technology in particular evolves or changes for it to become relevant and effective. So these are the different models. So to conclude, I would like to say that technology, it plays a vital role in modern education. It enhances learning experiences, improving accessibility and fostering personalized and collaborative learning environments. Students are able to learn without any barrier. They can learn from everywhere, anywhere. Everyone can use technology from anywhere. And it prepares the students for the future by developing essential skills and promoting global awareness. So embracing technology in education is essential for creating a dynamic, inclusive, and effective learning ecosystem. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your presentation. Your willingness to provide valuable insight and share your expertise is highly appreciated. Now, without further ado, E.T. Selt of the Directorate of Educational Research and Training will share a success story related to technology integration.
Hello, my name is Sumar Lang Thangkeo. I teach in Mohan Masar Government Upper Primary School, Maupuram, and I've been teaching here since 2006 till date. Very good morning to you all. I am teaching social science in this school, and now we have started introducing a bit of AI and coding class. So it's just the introductory bit. We do not go deep into it, just to motivate the children and to show them a bit about robotics and artificial intelligence, what artificial intelligence is, what application we are using. There are so many applications for artificial intelligence nowadays, especially in this modern age. We can see people using artificial intelligence in big companies like Amazon, doing all those sorting their things for shipping them. So we cannot do it manually, we have to do with machines. So artificial intelligence come in place, and it is very important, relevant nowadays for AI to be taught in school, because it is part of our life now. We cannot escape from it. It is being used everywhere. So children need to know about it, to learn about it, and to understand what it is. This year we have started to include AI in the routine. We have put a class once every week, so that children will learn a bit more. And I thank the principal, the headmistress, for allowing me to put this subject in the routine. And also I've seen the children are learning so much. They are so motivated. They come to class and they would ask me, sir, when will we do AI? When will we do coding? They would like to see the robots and the tablets, the books. I feel so happy to see the children motivated and wanting to learn some more. Me as a teacher, I feel satisfied knowing that children want to learn. And I thank Samagra Shiksha Meghalaya for this initiative. They took us for training last year, residential training in ITI Guwahati, and I'm so thankful because I get to learn so many things. They've given us like robots and so many things to be used in the class, like tablets, good tablets they've given us, and I thank them so much for this initiative. And also I would thank our director, Sir Swapnil, because he is the one who has initiated this project, I think, and it has helped me a lot also in updating myself, and I'm thankful. And I'm thankful to IIT, STEMpedia, LearnHill for giving me the opportunity to go and learn about AI. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Hope that video has motivated each one of you. Our next presenter for today is Shri Ashim De. Shri Ashim De, Assistant Teacher, Shillong Jail Road Boys Higher Secondary School, Shillong. Shri Ashim was awarded by the Education Department as the top contributor to Diksha Digital Infrastructure for Knowledge Sharing on the 5th of September 2020, along with other states and district recipients. Member and contributor of the Diksha core team, Meghalaya. He has developed a number of energized textbooks and developed e-content for the Meghalaya portal, imparted training to numerous teachers to develop e-content for the various subjects for Diksha app Meghalaya. Sir Ashim De will explore various strategies for technology adoption, such as combining online and in-person instruction, ensuring technology reaches all students, overcoming barriers and accessibility and affordability through programs like BME Vidya, DTH channels for Meghalaya and Diksha, and highlights the role of ongoing training for teachers.
Thank you, Dr. Nomgri. Well, hello everyone. Today I'm here as a teacher who has put more than 20 years into education, teaching in the classroom. After I got appointed as an assistant teacher science, when I entered the classroom, I discovered the classrooms were very conventional. Rote learning were prevalent throughout, which was unacceptable to me. As a student of science, I always wanted to experiment with ideas, and explore new avenues which can benefit my students. Then I discovered computers can really become helpful for my teaching process in the classroom. Here I'd like to share a story. Long ago, I had a student whose father was transferred from Assam to Meghalaya, and his father got his son admitted in our school. That student was a brilliant student, but the only setback for him was the language. In Assam, he studied in Assamese medium school, and the moment he joined our school, he had to do everything in English. Luckily, his father was a well-to-do, and he had a laptop at that time. For that boy, I would type all the topics in his laptop and directed him to use text-to-speech tool whenever he studies at home. He used that method, and I was surprised he was picking up things so fast that during the final examination, he scored decent marks following that technique. That very day I realized that education and technology can go hand in hand to improve each other. I, myself, as well as some of my fellow colleagues, we adopted this method. We carried whatever devices possible to our classrooms, though in a small number. I remember that time 3G networks were pretty slow. We could not play huge long videos in the classroom or show some pictures. It would take time. I remember we would spend time downloading the files and store it in the hard disk and then carry this to the classroom and show them. So that was kind of ignition for me. From there, I was attracted towards technology in education. Then it so happened that I was deputed by my school to work in the project called Shiksha. While working in Shiksha project, I rediscovered myself. I simply understood one thing, that teacher has infinite influence on the students, and a skilled teacher, a capable teacher, a digitally sound teacher can become a real motivator in the classroom. We as a team, when we were working in Shiksha, developing e-contents, adopting contents, creating QR codes for the books, generating energized textbooks, we realized each other's weaknesses, each other's strong points. That helped us realize that at times we need to adopt new technologies so that we can think about future classrooms. My journey during Shiksha projects was wonderful. And I've learned a lot. I can say that I have grown into a more matured teacher when it comes to digital technology in education. Luckily, our management, school management, recently introduced smart classrooms, and we teachers in the school, we take full advantage of that. Teaching subjects like science in the classroom, it really becomes very convenient, easy for a teacher to teach difficult concepts, abstract ideas with the help of pictures, animations, graphics, even playing short videos using the facilities in the smart classroom. This has not only helped the students understand concepts better, faster, and the retention percentage has also increased after the introduction of smart classrooms. Talking about Shiksha, when we realized that many of the teachers from the team who joined, they're excellent teachers, experts in their subjects, but when it comes to conversion of their expertise in digital format, many of them lacked appropriate digital literacy. We realized that it is very important to, have the basic digital know-how to adopt the change that is happening in educational sector, and this change is taking quite fast. I remember interacting with the participants in the various workshops, that teachers were brilliant, bright, outstanding, but they lacked basic digital literacy. And it so happened that teachers, they stopped contributing to the project. It is not because they do not know the subject. The only hindrance was lack of proper digital knowledge. Students gained a lot from Diksha interface by downloading the apps. Accessibility to educational material became, at will. Students can access to various PDF files, document files, e-contents, educational videos, explanation videos. They can take up assessment at the will. I remember before every major exams, students would request, "Sir, can you help me with this topic? Sir, can you help me with that topic? Sir, I forgot this topic, can you explain this again?" I remember I would direct them that why don't you open up the Diksha app and go to that e-content, watch that e-content, that will simply revise, that will refresh your memory. And students would come back the following day and tell me that, "Sir, your advice was wonderful. We remember everything now after going through the e-contents in the portal." It is true that network is a big issue for the students. So, the resources that have been created, the open educational resources for coherent access, can be accessed through different platforms. One such is PM eVidya channel. The state of Meghalaya has 5 dedicated channels for telecast different educational contents for different levels. These channels are aired 24 hours with the channel numbers 123 to 127. These channels can be accessed from any part of the state, and this has benefited our students a lot. Now, coming back to the Diksha statistics, I would like to share some of the statistics of Diksha. The total number of user metrics of the state, we have around 60,000 registered users, and on an average, on a daily basis, it has come down to 150. But I remember during the year 2020-21, the daily users were around 15,000 to 16,000 users of Diksha interface. The state-wise usage metrics, if you can see, that there were around 2.51 crore learning sessions that was held so far in the Diksha interface, which amounts to around 22.31 crore learning minutes. The total enrollment in the various courses and the various modules stands at around 6.35 lakhs with 5.04 lakhs completion and 4.75 lakhs certificates issued so far under Diksha interface. As you can see, these are some of the visuals of the various workshops held to train the teachers to develop e-content for embedding into the energized textbooks of different classes under different subjects. Students can also benefit from the different virtual lab activities at their disposal. I mean, at any time they can log into, just grab their phone, simply their smartphone, and they can access to the virtual labs and understand the various experiments in science and mathematics particularly. These are technical subjects which come along with a lot of practicals, a lot of projects and activities. These virtual labs have simplified, because every time they simply cannot go to the school laboratory. On the other hand, if they can take a tour of virtual labs, the concepts get very much simplified for the students. So as I was pointing out that during my interaction with the teachers of different districts in the various workshops that were held to develop scripts for e-contents to be linked with the energized textbooks, we discovered that teachers simply lacked digital literacy. Now here I'd like to point out that there are various online courses available through Shiksha as well as Nishtha technologies. They are called Swayam. A teacher can very easily enroll themselves to these portals, log into this portal, register for a particular course, and they can simply complete this course, and at the end of the course a certificate will be issued after completion. There are various modules which are related to teaching, learning in the classrooms, how to conduct a class, how to do assessment, how to carry on with a lesson in the classroom, how to record the performances of the students. All types of courses are run in Swayam portal. It is not only teachers, even students can also benefit from the various courses that are available in Swayam portal. CIT NCERT also organizes various online modules, training sessions for the teachers to upgrade their skills and become a more enabled, more powerful teacher. NEP 2020 emphasizes more on creativity, innovations, more of entrepreneurship. As I said in the beginning, that the classrooms which were primarily based on rote learning has emerged into a classroom where innovation, creativity is the top priority now. And this is simply assisted by technology. Implementing educational technology in the various forms in the classroom has pushed the young generation to adopt and use technology in education. Thank you.
Thank you, Sir Ashim. That was informative. I'm sure our participants have learned a lot from you. I am hopeful that your presentation will help each one of us. Now, we will have a conclusion and a final thoughts from our experts. Madam Singhji, I have a question for you. Given the diverse students population in our classrooms, how can we ensure equitable access to technology, tools, and resources?
Thank you for your question. When we talk about diverse classroom, we have students from all kinds of background. So we need to have our classrooms equipped with the tools and the resources which through which we can, make use to suit the needs of our diverse student population in the classroom. Infrastructure has to be good, and I think the government has to spend a lot of money for, providing technology and the tools and resources, even to the rural areas, because now we know that the technology, even to the remotest places, technology can penetrate, and we have strong networks. And if adequate tools and resources are given, I think even the rural students will be able to have access to technology. And not only that, I think we also require fully equipped teachers. Teachers need to be trained in technological knowledge, so that the fully trained teachers will be able to use technology to teach the 21st century kids in our classrooms. I think that is all.
Thank you, ma'am, for answering the question, and that was indeed very informative. Now, Sir Ashim, I have a question for you too. What strategies have you found effective in overcoming resistance to technology adoption among educators?
Well, that was not that easy. But I kept on saying one thing: as we have adopted smartphones into our life so smoothly. See, when smartphones came to our life, we were very hesitant, like how to use it, all the features of a smartphone. But ultimately, we started using it. So we simply have to break that barrier, that mental barrier. We have to see things in a different perspective, so that these things are easy actually. Just like we adopted smartphones, education technology we have to adopt. So that mental barrier we have to break and come forward and adopt education technology in our school systems.
Thank you so much, sir. As we come to the end of this insightful webinar on effective strategies for technology adoption in the classroom, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to our presenters, teachers, and all participants, and the organizing team. The discussion today has been an enlightening one, and I hope you all found valuable takeaways that you can implement in your educational practices. As we all know, technology is a powerful tool, and when harnessed effectively, it can transform the way we teach and learn. On behalf of the ET Cell of the Directorate of Educational Research and Training, I take the opportunity to extend my sincere thanks to each one of you for being a part of the webinar. Let's stay connected, share our experiences, and collectively contribute to the growth of education in our nation. Wishing you all success in your educational endeavors. Until we meet again, take care and stay inspired.
Thank you.